Well, I think that life in itself is a gamble. You take chances every day of your life. A conservative chance would be to be a doctor or a lawyer. You know that if you spend so much time studying, that you'll get out into the world and probably live a really good lifestyle and earn good money. And then other people take chances, but being actors or musicians or things like that. And some people take chances like Bill Gates, and they build computers. So gambling to me is everything, and everybody does it on some level. It's just like making a decision.
That was Tim Bader in his living room, and this is Tim Bader at the Horse Track. He is our interviewee today on the Matt Sinnott original podcast, Can Addiction Be Avoided? In this episode, we will focus on gambling, why people gamble, the problems gambling can cause, and ways to find help, specifically in Los Angeles. We'll wrap up the show by seeing if our guest Tim picked the winning horse.
Someone once defined it, if you hate losing more than you love winning, then you're not a gambler. It's as simple as that. I don't know, there's all different types of gambling out there. There's people that play stock market all day. They look at companies and sit at a computer all day and just take a shot on what company's going to earn some dividends. I like horse racing because there's no house. It's pari-mutuel wagering, which means you're betting against the public. So sports, who the heck knows? There's so many different guys playing, umpires. I have no idea what happens in sports, and the casinos are all rigged for you to lose. So I like horse racing.
Here's a quick checkup on Tim's race, but before we see the result, let's look at some gambling statistics. Starting off, 15 million people display some sign of gambling addiction, and about 2/3 of adults placed some kind of bet in the last year. But what about our youth? Well, this may be the most troubling statistic of all, because it shows an increase in gambling among young people, especially once they turn 18. Statistics also show the troubles gamblers can get into. The average rate of divorce is nearly double for problem gamblers versus non-gamblers. 65% of pathological gamblers commit crimes to support their habit, and the suicide rate for these types of gamblers is 20 times higher than for non-gamblers.
It's fun, and you always just think you're that one win away. It's so tough. I mean, a compulsive gambler is probably someone that can't pay their bills. They're probably taking cash advances, they're lying to their families. If you hide it, that's like the first sign that it's a problem. If you can't pay your bills, that's the second red flag that it's a problem. The only difference is one person can pay their debt and maybe somebody else can't. But I'm sure, I don't know, I guess it's like any other addiction, whether it be drugs or alcohol or sex or whatever. If you can't control yourself, then it's going to be a problem.
Now what about help? Well, for the city of Los Angeles, I came across a site called GamblersAnonymousLA.com. On the site, they talk to you about meetings. They teach you about meetings in LA, a little bit about themselves, a contact page to where you can contact representatives from Gamblers Anonymous, which includes phone numbers in different areas of California, mailing and email addresses as well. But I found another site called OvercomingGambling.com, and this was actually a survey that gave you a score, and then once you submitted your score, you were able to see a rubric, and on that rubric it told you what type of gambling problem you may have. For this example, somebody scored a 9, and it was between 7 and 11, which says they may have a gambling problem, and this site suggests counseling. This is just one example. Usually they will also offer you a questionnaire to fill out to where you can receive more potential help. But once again, for Los Angeles, GamblersAnonymousLA.com.
Mine? Oh yeah, probably. Shit, I met a guy at the track who's 82, he's in World War II, and he's got kids and grandkids, and he says the fact that he can go every day keeps him alive. Now, I don't know if he's a compulsive gambler or what, but I mean, it's only me to worry about though. I don't have any wife or kids, so if I decided to move on and get wife and children and stuff, I might not be able to do it because, like I said, there's highs and lows financially and mentally. So, but as of right now, yeah, I'm on the steady path. I'm moving forward.
So, did Tim pick the right horse? Well, as Tim celebrates, let's ask ourselves the original question: can addiction be avoided? The answer is yes. Tim is a living example of how to control gambling. However, having control is not easy for everyone, and sometimes people lose it. So if you find yourself heading down a struggling path, please seek help. And remember, it's easier to find than you may think. I hope you have enjoyed this episode, and good luck.